let's now do the 15 assessment questions from Kaplan. And yep. Okay, question 1. Which of the following signaling molecules coordinate uterine contractions during childbirth? Okay, now we're talking about hormones, like signaling hormones and contracting the uterine during childbirth. We have oxytocin and prostaglandins, progesterone. Yeah, honestly, I would probably go with these two. I'm not sure. Maybe it's D, but whatever. We didn't read about this, so it's a content gap that we need to fill in. Which of the following associations of a primary germ layer and an adult organ is correct? We have ectoderm for fingernails. This is correct. So that would be our answer. We have mesoderm, lining of digestive tract. It's no. Mesoderm is for like the movement, the movement structures, like bone, muscle, and etc. Digestive tract is with the endoderm. So lens of the eye, that would be ectoderm, and cardiac muscle, it would be probably mesoderm since it's moving, like stuff like that. Or yeah, it's a muscle. So from which of the following layers does the notochord form? So notochord was this small hole under the tube, the neural tube. So following layers doesn't. So notochord is the result of which of these? As far as I concern, the architron was under the neural fold and the neural tube. So this one is tricky. It might be endoderm or the architron. Let's go with this for now. The influence of a specific group of cells on the differentiation of another group of cells is called. So when a specific group of cells influence on the differentiation of another group of cells, this is called induction. So you induce them. Which of the following is likely to be found in maternal blood during pregnancy? So likely to be found immunoglobulins produced by the fetus, fetal hemoglobin released from fetal red blood cells, progesterone produced by placental cells, carbon dioxide exhaled from fetal lungs. We know like the fetal lungs are shunted, so you kind of skip them. But the fetus must. I don't think they have a functional lung. And my gut feeling is like fetal hemoglobin, which is released from fetal red blood cells, because the blood is shared between the mother and the fetus. Could be also carbon dioxide exhaled from fetal lungs, but since I don't think there's any inhalation and exhalation when the fetus is just there. A cell releases a substance that diffuses through the environment, resulting in differentiation of a nearby cell. What type of cell communication is this? nearby cell. This is paracrine. So we go with this. A cancer cell is removed from a patient and cultured. The cells in this culture seem to be able to divide indefinitely with no cellular senescence. Which protein is likely activated in these cells that accounts for this characteristic? Transforming growth factor beta, telomerase. If telomerase is activated, then there will be cellular senescence. So yes, Sonic Hedgehog, whatever the hell that is. Epidermal growth factor. It's related to epidermis. I don't think it's related. I think it would be this one, like a growth factor. But yeah, I think this is like the reverse. Anencephaly is a rare physiological abnormality in which the cerebrum fails to develop. So anencephaly, your cephalus, your cerebrum fails to develop. During which trimester of pregnancy would this disorder manifest? Rare physiological abnormality in which the cerebrum fails to develop. So we have the formation of cerebrum, which is your brain. These things, like, you know, the neural formation is in the first trimester, I would believe. So that's my guess. Which of the following is false with regard to adult stem cells? They retain inherent pluripotency if harvested from selected organs. It's almost, I think it's correct. They are less controversial than embryonic stem cells. Controversial? Okay. They require treatment with various transcription factors. There is a reduced, remember, we're looking for the false one. There is a reduced risk of rejection if the patient's own stem cells are used. So yeah, that could be correct. First one could be also correct. Between B and C, they require treatment with various transcription factors. They're less controversial than embryonic stem cells. Whatever the controversy means, but it seems to me that adult stem cells would be more controversial if there's a meaning attached to that. If a child is born with an imperforate anus, in which the anal canal fails to form correctly and the rectum is not connected to the outside world, this pathology is most likely accounted for by a failure of cell differentiation, cell determination. So the apoptosis is like cell death. No, neurulation. That's for the nervous structure. So it failed to form correctly, you know, the anal canal, and the rectum is not connected to the outside world. It stays inside. I will go with, honestly, it's not a cell level neurulation. Man, I would go with this, since this is not a cell thing. It's like the formation that is messed up. So the only one that makes sense to me for, you know, like attachment to the outside world, you know, this neurulation. Following a like, you know, your ectoderm being fucked up, something like that. Following a myocardial infarction, the heart often heals by the creation of a scar by fibroblasts. This is an example of complete regeneration, competency, multipotency. The heart often heals by the creation of a scar by fibroblasts. Complete regeneration. I mean, we didn't study about regeneration, but competency sounds like a cool idea. So it's about healing, complete or incomplete. I would go with regeneration still. So fibroblast, I think it's complete. I don't know what would make it incomplete. Neurofibromatosis type 1 or 1 Recklinghausen's disease is a disorder that causes formation of tumors in multiple nervous system structures as well as the skin. While all cells carry the same mutation on chromosome 17, selective transcription of the genome appears to cause the most significant tumorigenesis in which of the following primary germ tissue layers. So, causes formation of tumors in multiple nervous system structures as well as the skin. We're talking about ectoderm here. Which of the following shows the correct order of early developmental milestones during embryogenesis? Early development, so we first have the morula, and then we have the blastula, and then we have the gastrula. That would be the correct answer. A pregnant woman is accidentally given a single dose of a teratogenic drug late in the third trimester. The baby is born 3 days later. Which of the following is the most likely outcome? Teratogenic drug in third trimester. Complete failure of organ development and death of the fetus. Partial failure of organ development and survival of the fetus. Serious disfigurement of the fetus. Respiratory distress at birth but no long-term effects. The baby is born 3 days later. Yeah, during the last trimester, I think most of the stuff is basically, so it would be like something like this, B, or partial failure of the organ development, the survival of the fetus, or like respiratory distress at birth, but no long-term effects. Yeah, between these two. Which of the following statements regarding fetal circulation is false? In the umbilical cord, there are more arteries than veins. The foramen ovale is the only shunt that connects the two chambers of the heart. No, there's the ductus arteriosus too. Blood flow in the ductus arteriosus is from the aorta to pulmonary artery. It's the other way around. It's from the pulmonary artery to aorta. So we're looking for the false answer. Yeah, but that is correct actually, this one, because two chambers of the left and right atrium for ductus arteriosus is between the pulmonary artery to aorta. Ductus arteriosus venosus is the only shunt that bypasses the liver. I didn't know this was called the ductus. Yeah, we don't have the name here, but apparently this is ductus venosus. Okay, yes, we answered it correctly. For 14, it was D, not this one. So let's actually write our answers down. Assess cues. Okay, let's go copy this thing right here. Okay, so for 1 we put C, for 2, so we have C, D, D, B, so we have C, D, D, B. So for 6 we have C, C, A, B. We have C, C, A, B. For 10 we have D, A, C, D, A, C, and for 14 and 15 we have B and C. B and C, okay. We know we answered this incorrectly, so it would be D. This one was correct. 15 is C. So then we have DCB. So we have D. So we have D, C, C, B. Then we have D, C, C, D, A. So D, C, CDA, DC, C, DA, nice. And for 9 we have ACB, A, C, oh shoot. So we have A, C, for 10 we have C, for 11 we have B, for 12 AC. Okay, we did the rest. Okay. So we have like half of them wrong, 4 and 3, 7, yeah. I mean 2 or 3 of them we did not study about, so it was straight content gap. Okay, let's go to the questions, see why we got them wrong. So we go here, we are talking about chapter 3, so we go to the end of chapter 3. Okay, I'll restart this and be right back. It's not working. Like the book is just too big.